Oh, and there we are. Hey, everybody. We are live streaming, and it's a good thing we are because I couldn't help but notice that Comedy and Sports Jeff May is here.
Oh, hey,
And-
it's from Comedy and Sports.
Yeah, and I wanted, while I have you here, I wanted to tell you, Jeff, that you don't even like sports.
How could you say this to me?
Because you don't even like sports like me and Kim do.
You're a liar, first and foremost. It's huge that you know that.
Irrelevant to what we're talking about.
So we're streaming. We're having a good time. Kim's here, obviously, from Ugg Fine.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
And from her own podcast.
Sure. But
he only cares about the ones he's a part of. He doesn't care about the other ones. It's just
should
Jeff's world. We're all just in it.
I'm Adam Todd Brown.
And I'm Jeff May.
I'm Kim Krause, and you don't even like sports. I don't know how to do this bit. Did I do the bit?
You do this to us.
You got it, Kim. You got
I did. Yay. Last week I felt left out.
I have been bested.
Hey, everybody.
Why have you been bested?
Because you said the thing.
It's fine.
Before you said the thing?
No, that's good.
Yeah, we did it. Hey, everyone. Welcome. You don't even like sports. Live.
Live at 5 asterisk for some of you. For those of you in Mountain Time Zone, it's live at 5.
I mean,
why are you like this? Why?
Yeah, I would like to know that also. That's a valid question. Let's not move on before we get an answer.
I got to be honest with you guys. This is bullying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to.
We're okay with it.
Color.
Yeah, we were planning to bully you a little bit this episode. Hey,
we had a whole meeting before we went live, before you got on.
Yeah, it's a conspiracy.
I don't believe either of you two went to a meeting about that.
It was on Zoom.
Yeah, it was a Zoom.
Yeah, weirdo. Hey, speaking of people who aren't me, who are going to be on this podcast, later on in the show, when we get to talking about the NFL playoffs and his team's distasteful treatment of their former hero quarterback, the Detroit Lions, that is, we'll be talking to Jawn Louis, very good friend of the show, YouTube personality. He's a sports guy. He is an NFL fan, so he's equipped to hang with the big dogs talking about the sports.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot how they booed the old quarterback. I forgot about that. Man, I feel like we've lived 8 lives since the last time I saw you guys.
Many lives.
It's been such a long time.
It's been a tumult since we've last seen each other.
But
sometimes I hate you. I don't know. I just it enrages me.
Feel like
out of
all
nowhere.
The things Jeff said,
I think that happened because I used a word. I think that was it. I think you hate me because I used a word.
I don't hate you. That's a strong word. I violently dislike you sometimes.
You're in love with me. I get it.
Is that what you think?
Preach.
I don't have to think it.
So,
all right. Go on, Adam. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't mind me. This first story I want to talk about. Very exciting. The Australian Open is happening, for one thing. Everyone knows I love the tennis. Naomi Osaka got bounced in the first round. That's not good for me and my
investments
in my eBay store at present. But hey, it's a long year. It's a marathon, not a sprint. She'll
There's
get those
also
cards
like 8 opens, aren't there? 4 opens.
There's 4 majors, but there's tennis tournaments happening literally all the time. But one cool thing about the Australian Open, there are a record number of moms competing in the Australian Open this year. 8 moms.
Nice.
I love it.
All playing tennis at the same time.
All competing for my love.
Right?
Can I just tell you, Adam, I love not only how much you love tennis. That's a really fun thing. It's like when I found out about Mariah Carey. I love that. But I just love how much you love women. Like just how much you're like, hey, how fun is this story? Like, because you're such a feminist, but in like the raddest way. I just love it. I think about it a lot.
Hear what he says about you when we stop filming.
I would agree. I'm pretty great. I'm pretty awesome. And
Sorry,
I like
Jeff.
I like women's sports a lot.
No, I just like how you do this, and it's nice. I just feel like someone needs to tell you.
Well, hey,
I'm not doing it, so I'm glad you did it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Adam, stop trying to make tennis happen, especially women's tennis.
Women's tennis is more fun to watch.
Yeah,
well,
no,
I don't
yeah.
know. They're both. They're
but
both.
Don't you also feel
here's
that
the-
way about the WNBA?
I love the WNBA. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah, I
women's.
feel like-
Right now, I would argue I'm probably more into women's basketball than men's basketball.
Kim, I would like to add that we just opened a box of WNBA cards to get on You Don't Even Like Sports cards, which you can find on this YouTube.
Right here on this.
You guys do that today, don't you?
We did that over the weekend.
Yeah.
I do
the
my
Australian Open.
show. I do at 2:00 today.
So the Australian Open.
Yes.
Yes.
Were they vaccinated?
I mean, yeah, probably, sure.
Why is that
That was a little bit of a skip from the last Australian Open, right?
Sure.
With, what's his name?
Novak
Isn't that a
Djokovic.
dude though?
Djokovic, yeah.
9 moms in the Australian Open.
Thought it was 8.
8? What? I don't. Who can remember since we started trying to tell this story? 8 moms in the Australian Open. Let's go through them. Naomi Osaka. She's already out.
Yeah.
Your
Carolyn
favorite.
Wozniacki. She's out. Taylor Townsend. She's probably out because she's not that good. Alina Svitolina. Angelique Kerber. Tatiana Maria. I don't even know who she is. Yanina Wickmeyer. Victoria Azarenka. Those are the 8 moms in the Australian Open. Because here's the thing about tennis. I don't know how many people know this. Tennis, no off season. There's no time to like recharge and recuperate. You're always
Why?
traveling. You're always playing, which is going to make being a mom kind of hard.
Yeah, maybe they're all bad moms.
Well, like I'm not going to
Wow, Jeff. Wow.
I'm not going to call her a bad mom, but I will say that Naomi Osaka is not traveling with her child. Who's
How old's her child?
like 18 months, probably. She took 18 months off to have a kid. So
By the
I'm
way,
guessing
if a
America
man was doing
knows.
this, no one would be like, he's not traveling with his kid. Men do this
No,
all the time.
yeah, one of the comments on this Instagram post says, "How many dads?" Fair question.
Sure, fair
Is
enough.
it?
But like, I don't know. What is this? The 50s?
Yeah.
Are we really doing this?
Yeah, we're not. But also, it's like men. It happens to men too, and it's like, okay, but you know what I mean? Like doing the whole like, well, how many dads? Like, fuck off. This is dads play all the time. The fact that women are able to go out and play sports while being a mom is a big deal.
I think the person was just joking.
Oh,
I don't think it was.
I take back my fuck off in my head, or if I said it out
wasn't a
loud.
serious question for me. That's for sure.
It was from me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
because
Everything I said, very serious.
And there have been women who left to have a kid and came back and won more majors. It's not as easy as you'd expect. I know everyone's going to be like Serena. Nope. Serena did not win any majors. She won one while pregnant, which
really,
that was impressive. She won Wimbledon while she
how
was
pregnant?
like
8.5 months.
8 months. Yeah. It was just like
No.
the
It's just like
baby
that.
actually hit.
Yeah.
Some of
Hold
the-
on, I have to
They're doing
Google this
doubles.
because I
There was
don't.
a little racket hanging out from there.
When I don't believe stuff, I have to Google it now because of the whole license fiasco.
Podcast license.
What?
fiasco? Yeah.
You think me and Jeff would lie to you about Serena Williams playing in Wimbledon 8 months pregnant?
I think you'd lie to me about everything.
I think she was
Ripping it
probably
giant.
like she was like a few weeks pregnant. She wasn't.
Oh, okay, I'm Googling it now. I didn't think
No,
she was
she
8
was-
months pregnant, but 4 months, you're still like kind of, I mean,
It would have been. I mean, it would be pretty amazing.
yeah, being pregnant
Amazing in of itself.
does a lot to
miracle.
your body. Does
Yeah.
a lot to your body. Don't pander. It does a lot to your body. So I'm just saying.
Oh, looking at the comments, Jawn Louis, who's going to be on later, says if I can spell the last name, she's probably not very good. Oh, tell it to Coco Gauff. Assuming we're talking about tennis still.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about. But
Well-
yeah, Coco Gauff. I meant to bring that up last week. Highest paid female athlete now.
How much does she make?
I don't know. $22.50 an hour.
Yeah, $850 a year.
You didn't look up to see how much the highest paid fee. All right, I'll do some Googling.
These are not numbers that matter that much to me. I just heard like someone mentioned she's now the highest paid I'm sure it fluctuates.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we have a whole room of people sitting in the production room here off camera. You would think
Doing
one
the-
of them could just holler
Where's that
out.
producer?
Coco Goff, you said?
Coco Goff.
Goff,
G-A-U-F.
G-A-U-F-F.
It says
FF as in
6.7 million, 16 million. I don't know. Highest paid athlete
I
earning
bet
breakdown.
you're not. Yeah, I bet you're probably looking up. That sounds like probably what she has just won playing tennis.
I remember being young and finding out that the highest paid athlete in the world was Schumacher, the race car driver, and it blew my mind. Where they were like, this man and it was like that was in like the 90s, and they were like, this man makes $100 million a year. And I was like, no, he does not.
Racing cars?
Oh yeah. It was like, I believe it was like, Formula One racing. Like it was a big deal. He drove the McDonald's car, if I recall. But I just remember that being like, it opens up a world of sports that you can't fathom because you're stuck in this American spiral. Sort of like how Adam is like really into tennis. Tennis isn't the most popular sport, right? We call it the big four. And the reality is that hockey is barely on that big four, where it's like we're a football, baseball, and basketball country that allows hockey and soccer to kind of exist in there. And then everything else is very fringe. So then when you look past it towards Europe and the rest of the world, and you're like, oh, everything is different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soccer is the biggest sport in the world.
I would go
Football.
so far as to say our real big four in this country is football, college football, basketball, baseball. And then some people go watch hockey, but
I want to get into hockey this year. Has it started?
I can't do it. I can only do it in person.
It's too late. Yeah, I've only been to in-person games, and then I try to watch. I just don't have if I cut my veins open, blue and orange come out. Like I like
watch an Avalanche game, man.
Yeah, but I kind of want to root for the
still gonna be hot.
Kings because I've lived in LA like 20 years, so I want like a LA
You can
team.
root for the Kings. You're welcome to it.
But I have a really cute Avalanche shirt. This is what's been keeping me away from liking hockey for a while.
If I was
That's the
going
fashion aspect of it.
if I was going to become a hockey fan, I would go Kings because my dad was a big LA sports fan.
Really?
I've never cared about the Blackhawks. I'm not sure if we're even supposed to still have that name. So I would probably go Kings if I was going to get invested in a hockey team, which I'm not.
You don't want to do it now together? You and I together go, we are going to get invested in the Kings. And then
we
this
probably
year
should. That would make a good segment for future episodes of this podcast if we just forced ourselves to watch hockey.
Shout out to Jesse from the All the Kings Men podcast, who has
Yeah.
consistently plied us with tickets to games because he is a goddamn delight. Great podcast too.
We got to
So
get him on the pod sometime.
Yeah,
let's
for
do
sure.
it. Let's become hockey fans and get that guy on the pod. And maybe
I was
get
out
him
of
to-
town when the Bruins. I usually go see the Bruins play, and I was out of town when it happened. He's like, "Do you want tickets?" And I was like, "I am not in this time zone."
Rude. All right, next story. This is just a stupid take from a baseball analyst, Pedro Martinez. And this is going to require some explanation if people aren't familiar. Pedro Martinez thinks the Montreal Expos would still exist if Tom Brady played for them. Why? Why would that matter? And a little background. Topps just put out their 155,000th baseball card set of the year.
2023.
And it had a Tom Brady card where Tom Brady was in a Montreal Expos uniform because, little known fact, Tom Brady actually got drafted by the Expos as a catcher before signing with the
I didn't know
Patriots,
that.
just like John Elway signed or was drafted
Yankees.
by the Yankees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Yankees.
Who else? Kyler Murray. Was he drafted? I don't remember if he was drafted, but he had the option to play baseball or football and went football.
Yeah.
There was a pitcher in Major League Baseball named Jeff Samardzija, who was a very good wide receiver at Notre Dame.
Oh, there was also this guy, Deion Sanders
Oh,
Yeah.
and Bo Jackson.
Right, but they actually did it.
They did it, and they did it well. I would like to add too that the Tom Brady is on a picture. I feel really bad for Darren Fletcher, whose head got pulled off of his own photo, and they put Tom Brady's on it.
Oh, that is funny.
It is important to note too that Pedro Martinez did start on the Montreal Expos, which is a team that died and became the Washington Nationals. Because if you're going to steal something from Canada, you put it in your capital city.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Pedro
I didn't know that either.
Yes.
Interesting.
Tom Brady is a better football player than he was a baseball player.
Yeah. And like, did he ever play baseball? I know he was drafted, but I don't
know. I mean, did he play for the Expos, you mean?
Yeah.
He probably played in college, right? That's why you're drafted.
He's in college, but who cares?
I remember reading an article about that. Matthew Boland said, don't forget Danny Ainge, who played for the Blue Jays as well.
I am going to forget Danny Ainge. Sorry.
You shouldn't.
Every time this comes up, I'm going to forget Danny Ainge.
So he was scouted and drafted. And then I think he had mentioned that he was going to Michigan. And I think somebody in like the front office was like, what are you doing here? Like, you have a chance to go play for like Big Blue, like you have a chance to go play for Michigan. Like, you should go. Like, basically somebody like working for the Expos was like, why are you here? Which is like a weird thing. I remember reading that in an article. I think it was about the card itself. But going back to Pedro. So Pedro, obviously Tom Brady's a big deal in Massachusetts, where Pedro Martinez was a pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, and we loved him. He's, to put it like, Pedro was at his height one of the most dominating pitchers of all time. Like, at his best, he was unbelievable. And he obviously has a lot of love for people from the area. And Tom Brady is an adopted New Englander, obviously. But to think that the Expos would still exist because Tom Brady played for them is unhinged.
Yeah. I mean,
like, just because Tom Brady was good at football, that's no guarantee he would have been as good at baseball. I question you have a chance to go play for Big Blue. He was like their backup. He got drafted in the 6th fucking round.
Yeah, but he was pulled in as like a freshman. Like, he was.
Can I just say,
he was a child when they drafted him.
He was fine in college. Like, the Patriots struck fucking gold drafting Tom Brady. He was okay in college. They just recognized something. It happens sometime.
I think one of the important. Oh, Kim, you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
Well, it's not really. Well, I just don't think it's that unhinged. People believe in, like, that guy obviously loved the Expos, had his heart in the Expos, and him saying that is probably not factual, but like me saying I think John Elway is the greatest quarterback of all time isn't unhinged. It's just what my heart says. So sure. I don't think Pedro's being unhinged, but it is like, sure, Jan,
But Pedro's an analyst now. Like, his job is to be an analyst. And so he's making an analysis.
But you still sometimes are biased when your heart is in something. Do you know what I mean? Like, no human is able to not be a little biased.
Here's what he's saying is that the Expos wouldn't have left Montreal, which, yes, they would have. Because if you had gone to any Anaheim game when Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout were playing, and they still couldn't fill the stands with the two best living baseball players on the team.
And nobody knew who Tom Brady. I see what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, also, give the guy some slack.
Also, Tom Brady was a quarterback in football. He was a catcher in baseball, right? He was a catcher.
Those are skills that lend themselves to each other, because you do got to.
Yes, absolutely. But what I'm saying is they do not celebrate.
No one cares about catchers.
Level of fandom. That's exactly right. Like, the best, when you look at the best catchers through history, it's like Yogi Berra, Carlton Fisk. Like, these aren't people that were like selling out stadiums because they were there.
All I'm saying is it's kind of sweet that there's an analyst that has a little heart. Like, there's still like a little like child in him that's like, I bet my team would still be here if Tom Brady. I just think it's nice. I don't think it's unhinged. I think we all have a little bias no matter how professional we are. I just think it's Pedro, I think it's sweet.
I feel like he was just trying to have something to say about this stupid story.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I take it back. Fuck Pedro.
Also, Pedro's a goofy little guy. He likes to have fun in it on mic. Like, that's, I mean, the popularly after the Yankees beat him, and one time he goes, I guess I have to tip my hat and call the Yankees my daddy. And the Yankees immediately printed a t-shirt that got canceled. That was a "Who's your daddy?"
I don't know if I've mentioned this on any pods, but this was caught on video not too long ago. David Ortiz, when he was doing baseball stuff for the MLB network, at one point, Frank Thomas walked away from the desk. They were at commercial, and David Ortiz just poured a ton of vodka in his water bottle as a prank
in Frank Thomas's water bottle.
Yeah, and Frank Thomas comes back and drinks it and is like, "What is happening?" And David Ortiz just loses his mind laughing.
I like it.
Turns out,
why did he have all that vodka on the set of the MLB network? And
the Red
other
Sox
questions.
The 2000 Red Sox are just delightful.
Yeah,
they're just fun little bunch of scamps that like to pretend they're underdogs while they have the third highest payroll in all of baseball.
Yeah, this was last season though. This wasn't
no, but I mean all the people that were on that team. Your Pedros, your David Ortiz's. Except Jason Varitek, he just looked like a dad that was going to try to fight you with the parent-teacher conferences.
So speaking of that Tom Brady Expos card, someone pulled it. It was a sports card shop in Minnesota, I believe.
Oh, shout out. The auto. This was the auto because there's also the 1-to-1.
1-of-1 superfractor auto, which are a lot of words that mean nothing to you if you don't collect baseball cards. And here's the thing. They still don't mean much to you if you collect baseball cards because you never see these cards. So everyone was expecting, it's going to be like $1 million card. It sold for, and here's the thing. This is still a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
It sold at auction for $158,000, which is a lot, but it's a lot less than I think people were expecting.
But who bought that? Tom Brady, Bill Belichick? Who, you know what I mean? Who wants that card?
Money. People, there are people that, I mean, Adam and I did an episode on the most expensive sports cards of all time. We did an episode of You Don't Even Like Sports about it. And all of the stuff that sells for the most, it's either a Gem Mint 10 1952 Mickey Mantle or a LeBron card.
Yeah.
It's all stuff within the past 20 years. People love it. They love the rarity aspect of it. They love that they're the only ones that have it. If you, in the card world, if you wake up from the Matrix and you realize that it's just it's a cardboard rectangle of a photo of a boy, in that case, you get you're oh, this is weird, but no, it's collectible. It's something.
This Tom Brady card kind of demonstrates a problem with collecting baseball cards and sports cards, especially right now, in that it really is kind of a rich person's game. If you want to pull the really rare cards, Topps puts out boxes that are $1,500 each.
Yeah.
And the cards you pull from those, you might pull something that's worth $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. And you might not. You might have just spent $1,500. It's very much, it's gambling. It's absolutely gambling.
It is 100% gambling.
Wait, explain that to me again. So there's cards that they'll put out that they're there's a card in here that's at least worth $1,500. And then you spend $1,500 on that deck of cards.
So sort of, there's no guarantee of any card's value. No card has a guaranteed value. It's all the secondary market. But here, in the year of 2023, Topps Fanatics, the company that owns Topps, they start with, here's Topps base. So here's the regular cardboard cards, the stuff that Adam and I used to open when we were kids. And then they start being and now here's Chrome, and here's Series 2, and here's Immaculate, and there's all these different sets that they put out. Adam made the joke earlier. This is the 150,000th set, that they've put out.
It's way too many.
But what's $1,500? That's all I'm asking.
What was the one I texted you, Jeff, that just came out? I don't.
Oh, I thought you said they spend $1,500 on a deck.
Yeah,
on it, and it's random. It's not when you say
that's how much the deck is.
Can we stop with the word deck? I don't know why we're saying deck.
That's a deck of playing cards. This is random. They're packs
of packs.
Oh, okay.
Boxes of packs. And
with no guarantees.
Sorry, I did not mean to upset you about the deck.
well, no, I'm
Kim,
just trying to
Kim,
explain.
can we stop? Okay.
Well, a
It's
deck
not.
of cards is fixed.
Oh, okay. So the pack of cards, so it's a box of packs of cards that are random, and you spend $1,500 on that box.
We're also hung up. We're getting way too hung up on 1,500. Sometimes
I just
it's
heard that. Okay.
15,000.
On a
Sometimes it's
box of cards?
Yeah.
Sometimes
yeah,
it's 100.
yeah.
You know, like there's stuff for everybody in this.
And there's
in this
no
market.
guarantee what's in that box. So like it could be nothing. It could be everything.
Well, they'll
Sometimes
guarantee things like, oh, there's 2 autographs in this box. And that could mean you're going to get an Aaron Judge autograph and a Shohei Ohtani autograph. Or it could mean, like me, you're going to get a Travis Swaggerty autograph and a Jordan Groshans autograph. Who are they? What's that going to do for you? Nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing at
some
all.
autographs are worth $5 and some of them are worth, 800. I pulled an Adley Rutschman of $299 purple speckle autograph. I paid $120 for the box, and that card's worth maybe 300.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
I got a Trevor Lawrence. I out of a box of 2021 Allen and Ginter. So out of a box of baseball cards, I pulled a Trevor Lawrence rookie autograph numbered of 10, and that's
How much
worth that's
A
probably
little.
worth way more. Yeah, that's probably worth
Yeah,
600,
but-
500.
Yeah. The point is, this Tom Brady card did not fetch what people thought it was going to. And it could be because it's not graded. I don't think it got graded yet, but I don't know. I wouldn't want a goofy ass Tom Brady card where he's
No.
wearing a
Adam,
Expos uniform.
Did you get the text that I sent you?
Um,
The one of the non-auto superfractor got pulled, and it got pulled on Fanatics' own break.
oh,
And the comments, because the other thing about this, Kim, is that there is a scandal going on in the card world where regular consumers are accusing Fanatics or Tops of basically sending out all the best boxes to the breakers that have a lot of viewers, so people will get inspired to buy.
I feel like we're getting. I feel like now we're getting into the technical weeds a
Yeah.
bit again, where we're going to have to start explaining terms
That's fine.
like breakers. We don't mean like
Guys that
Yeah.
open packs of cards on
popping
camera.
and locking.
I think I understood what that was. I didn't think they were sending it to break dancers. I figured it was something to do with opening the cards. But I just
Just
have
the
never, I don't know anything
Jabberwockies.
about this. We can go back to the card. That's wild. It's a
I think we
weird.
should open cards with Kim someday.
We can do that. Until then, we should move on. Let's talk about the NFL. Let's talk
Place
about
I love.
let's talk about some NFL outfits of the week. This one was not from last week, but we didn't talk about it the week before, and we should.
And we should have.
Jake Browning, he is the backup quarterback who came in for Joe Burrow after Joe Burrow got hurt. He played really well. His girlfriend, Stephanie Niles, made a few headlines because she has a cousin who runs a fashion company, and that cousin made an outfit for her to wear in the fan box while Jake Browning was playing. And I mean, we can put it in the chat, right? I think
Yeah.
we can
I
do
think
that.
so, yeah.
And I apologize.
You have it saved on your computer?
Well, I apologize that the only outlet that has really covered it is Outkick, which is like a right-wing sports network kind of. But
Oh,
That's
is it?
unfortunate because this is the greatest outfit in all of football.
this is probably the best thing that's been worn to a football game, I would argue. Oh, how did I do that? I put
I
that
don't
on
know,
the
but
screen.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, so if people are, that's fun. Do it again.
Share another photo. There.
Well,
Wow.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
know
say
if that
something
means
else.
people can click on it. That
Oh,
just
that's
might
fun.
be text for people to see. But I put it in the chat. You can click on that. It's a bodysuit, and it's got she's wearing some matching boots, like a furry boots and a furry ass hat. And here's the thing, she looks great.
She looks
Looks
good. Good for
fantastic.
her. Good for her.
She looks wonderful.
She reset my brain when I saw like the comments. Everybody's like, that is something. It is a choice, and it is a correct choice.
Yeah. It's quite a choice. Do you think it was like insulated? It's not like it's warm in Cincinnati.
I mean, a bodysuit in general, I think those are usually like pretty insulated, right? But also at the same time,
No.
Yeah,
That
I don't
seems
know.
right.
I could not
No.
confidently say that. I've never worn one.
was she inside or was
Well,
she
out of
out?
out of the three of us, I probably am the only one that's worn bodysuits. And
I mean,
no.
in the picture, she's outside.
Yeah. There are tights. So it might be made out of this. There's some tights that have like fur on the inside, but from the outside, it just looks like I'm wearing sheer black tights. So it might have insulate, I would imagine, but most bodysuits.
Wouldn't
are
it get too
just
hot?
like a-
if it was like full fur, like all fur lined head to toe.
I don't know. Well, like
yeah, I don't think
had-
that has any. I don't think that has any.
Because you can just rock a coat.
I had Under
Yeah,
Armour
she has a
boots.
hat, boots, and a coat on. I don't think it's insulated.
Here's what I'm going to say. Like I had Under Armour tights like 20 something years ago that insulated. And that was a long time ago. Skier, like in the comments, Mr. Cameronson said skiers have those bodysuits too. So like, it's clearly not designed to be the one that makes you freezing.
I love that this became the discussion. Is she warm though?
That's important.
Is she warm?
It is important because we appreciate her sacrifice if she wasn't warm, but I sure would like her to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Whatever I can do to help her be comfortable, please feel free to let me know.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. Good for
Yikes.
Stephanie Niles. She made headlines. Also, Kyle
Made head
Uschek.
turn.
Kyle Uschek. He is a tight end, I believe, for the San Francisco 49ers.
Mhm.
And it was just revealed this week that his wife, Christian Uschek, has been designing outfits for like NFL wives and girlfriends, including Taylor Swift. That's how she went viral. Taylor Swift showed up at the most recent Chiefs game wearing this Travis Kelce jacket. And people were like, what is that? Who made that? And it turns out it's the wife of an NFL player. And she designed Simone Biles showed up at a Packers game not too long ago because she's married to someone who plays for the Packers. And she designed something for Simone Biles. She designed a thing for Deebo Samuel, who is he's an NFL player. And it's a fun story. Kyle Juszczyk seems like he is genuinely psyched for his wife.
Yeah. I love his wife guy energy that he's bringing into this.
Yeah. He's way into it. It's very sweet. And his wife, very talented.
Yeah, I was gonna say I obviously the one we're most familiar with is the Taylor Swift one. It was awesome looking.
Yeah.
I thought it's like a jersey, but a jacket.
And I do like
Kelsey's jersey, right? And then a jacket. It's nice.
I also do like how it made weak men angry that Taylor Swift has been going to Chiefs games. That's like one of my favorite things is just how utterly angry and pathetic those men are.
Who's mad about it?
So many people.
You're lucky that you don't read the comments a lot because
that's why. Yeah.
I mean, that's like
what comments are we reading?
And people are just pissed that she's getting airtime, that people are just, they don't like.
Brett Favre's bitch ass said that it was just a way she was using it as a strategy to make more money. And it's just like, she has more money than 300 Travis Kelce's.
Yeah, at least she's not using the state welfare system.
Yeah, I was like, she didn't steal from a bunch of poor kids. Fuck off, Brett Favre.
Yeah, except for you sex predator.
But yeah, like it is funny how angry people are mad that this woman is, and she's awesome. I don't know. She like made a tweet about register to vote, and she like upped the state's voting registry by like 3% or some shit. Like she's using her power for good. And they're cute. They're cute together. They really are cute. They look like a little high school sweethearts.
I find Travis Kelce to be absolutely insufferable as a person.
Oh my God, I love him.
And I always have. Like he chaps my hide, man. He just does not do it for me.
On his brother,
massively overrated as a personality. Yeah, let's talk about his brother. Does anyone give a shit that an offensive lineman's retiring?
I did a little bit.
He's considered one of the best centers in history.
He's
I don't care.
he's
He's
considered the NFL center. Yeah, he's a big deal.
Center. I don't care. And here's the thing. I also like Travis Kelce's great. We always have, was it the quarterback type debates. He played a lot of years under Alex Smith, and I don't remember them being like Travis Kelce's the best tight end in football. So there might be a little Mahomes sauce on Travis Kelce's legacy. But also, I guarantee we wouldn't give a damn about Jason Kelce if not for Travis Kelce.
It's hard to give a damn about offensive linemen.
They have a
Podcast.
podcast.
I still don't.
Do you guys know they have a podcast? They have like a great podcast.
Podcasts?
So I like Travis Kelce because on their podcast one time, Jason Kelce. Yeah, you're right. We probably wouldn't. Jason Kelce was talking about how he was pantsless, how he'd wear shorts on the red carpet of some event because his wife didn't bring her in pants, and he's going on and on about how mad he is about his wife not bringing the pants. And Travis Kelce goes, sounds like Jason forgot Jason's pants, and was like, sounds like Jason's wife was getting the kids ready and getting herself ready and didn't know that she had to be responsible for Jason's pants too. So after Travis Kelce said that, I was like, he has my heart forever. The fact that he's like accountability, man.
I can just imagine how he said it. And even that drives me nuts.
I love him.
I loved him on that Straight Male Friend sketch on SNL. It was just a delight.
Oh, he was a delight on that whole show.
Yeah. But again, I mean, that doesn't.
We're just getting into lots of stuff I don't care about now. SNL.
Ooh, Adam's getting angry.
Are you? I don't think I've ever seen Adam mad on the show before. Adam and I have a lovely time usually.
Yeah, Kim doesn't make me mad, but Jeff all the time.
Jeff makes everyone mad all the time.
Hey, let's bring. Hey, let's bring another dude that I actually like into the room. We're about to talk about
Jeff
NFL playoffs, and joining us, sports guy, YouTube personality, Detroit Lions fan. Ooh, gross. Jawn Louis is here.
Jawn Louis. Oh, look at all
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you're on
Tim, right? We can.
ATB, first time, long time. I just want to say, love the show. First off, hail to the victors. Michigan Wolverines won it. Hey, Jeff, been listening since Monday show. All right, now it'd be annoying if I did that the whole show. Yeah, man, hail to the victors. I love being the bad guy. Everybody wanted to see the Wolverines lose, and we so fucking won.
Oh, I wanted the Wolverines.
I don't think everybody wanted the Wolverines. I think you guys just think everybody wanted the Wolverines.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're a really good team. You got to create haters. You know, it's like how the Patriots. No, we actually do hate the Patriots. That doesn't make sense. That's because
a lot of people hate the Patriots.
You hate the Patriots. Yeah, it's a brilliant move because the Lions and the Patriots have such a storied rivalry.
I just hate. I don't know, man. Like you're a good Boston guy. I just hate Boston. They just got us. I don't know why.
Why? Because we forced you out of there because we're a racist city.
Yeah.
Weren't they the last team in the MLB to segregate?
In 1966, Pumpsy Green was the pinch runner that we put on the Red Sox. That's because the Yankees were pieces of shit.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I'm getting distracted.
Let's talk about
Adam hates
the NFL wildcard round and our picks from last week. We're going on the honor system in terms.
Wait,
of
real quick.
Can
I just say? Huh? Oh, I remember. Can I just say that the only ones I was wrong about were the ones that I was rooting with my heart instead of my brain. So
yeah, that's how that works.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just really proud that the ones that I was actually like I got them right.
Browns v Texans. Yay. I believe I picked the Texans.
I picked the Browns because of my heart.
Yeah, I picked the Browns because I wanted them to do well.
Yeah, and I wanted Joe Flacco to throw 2 pick sixes on consecutive drives. And it happened.
Dude, the energy, because Adam and I watched that game together, and when that happened, it was upsetting.
Yeah, I just kept yelling, "There's your Joe Flacco." Yeah. John, did you watch this game?
Jesus.
Yeah, the Texans versus who did they play again? Because I was so excited about the Lions. You said who?
Oh, the Browns.
Okay, yeah. Also, I hate Ohio, so I was so happy to see the Browns lose.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because they never do. So it's about time.
Yeah, and I was happy for CJ Stroud. He's had like the best rookie season
Jesus
in
Christ, he's having one of the best like quarterback seasons.
Yeah.
Imagine being a Panthers fan and y'all could have drafted him.
Imagine being David Carr watching them do that well.
I mean,
Christ.
I can imagine being a Panthers fan knowing you could have drafted him because my Bears drafted Mitch Trubisky over Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. We could have had Mahomes, and we took. But here's the thing: I feel like if the Bears drafted Mahomes, Mahomes would probably be out of the league by now because we just destroy quarterbacks.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm afraid for Caleb Williams to go to Chicago. Like, are the Bears going to just destroy him?
Yeah,
Probably.
we will, of course.
I don't know what you want the Bears to do to their quarterback. Ruin their lives.
Dolphins v. Chiefs.
Oh,
I think I picked the Chiefs on this one.
I picked the Dolphins.
I ended up picking the Chiefs because Kim talked me into it, and I'm happy she did because
When I told you you'd be dead to me if you picked them.
Yeah.
That's what got you to pick them because you're dead. He's dead to me now. By the way,
it was all your sass up to that point. You were being really salty for some. I don't remember, but I feel.
Yeah, I'm a Broncos fan. Fuck the Chiefs. Of course, I was being salty.
Oh, that makes sense. That's kind of how I feel about the Lions. Yeah.
That got to be the easiest pick though. Miami team going to Kansas City.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I picked with my heart as well. Because you're right, they're Miami, and Arrowhead 1 is one of the hardest stadiums anyway to play in as the other team. And 2, wasn't it the coldest game in history? It was like I think I read that they said that fourth coldest.
Crazy like that.
Yeah, and it was like
helmet cracked.
That was so
Yeah.
cool. That was so cool when his Mahomes helmet broke. That was neat.
Also, when Andy's mustache froze, and then one of the commentators was like, Andy wanted us to let you all know that he knows his mustache is frozen, and we don't have to keep asking him that.
And that was probably snot, right? It looked yellowish.
I mean,
ew, what?
I'm going to assume it was his breath that got caught in it.
I think he's just gingery, so his mustache is a little yellow and red. It's not. Whose snot is yellow?
It's not going to be snot. It's going to be. It's
going
to be
breath. Yellow.
If you're not sick,
maybe he's sick. That defense was sick.
Yeah. All right. Next.
Steelers versus Bills. Of course, everyone picked the Bills, right? No one picked the
Steelers. I think I might have picked the Steelers just because you both picked the Bills.
Yeah, all Bills all the way.
Yeah.
I didn't officially bet, but I definitely would have took the Bills. I mean, it's the Steelers. They were lucky to make it, but if they get a quarterback and some players, man.
If they could get like a team.
That's wrong. It's a strong point. I'm glad we added you, John.
They could get like
the team that he dragged to the playoffs. Like, dude, he dragged that bunch of nobodies to the playoffs.
It is impressive that Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season because he's definitely had some loser ass teams.
He's never had a losing season.
Nope.
He's always been above
Mike Tomlin.
He's always steadily about like 9-7, something like that.
But also never going to be granted an opportunity to fully succeed in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He has 2 rings, doesn't he? He has more than 2.
Does he have 1 or 2?
Yeah, I think the Steelers only have 1 because they won the year the Super Bowl was in Detroit. Jerome Bettis was
Bill
on the team.
Cowher also won a Super Bowl with the Steelers in like recent years. So they've won 2 in like the past 20 years.
Yeah, he has 2.
One as a head coach, one as an assistant coach.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And that was probably
as an assistant.
It was probably the Cowher-led Steelers. He was an assistant on the Steelers, right?
No, he won it during the Pirate Bowl with Tampa Bay.
Oh, wow. Nice.
If you remember that. That was fun. Buccaneers versus Raiders.
The guy's younger than me, I think. It's crazy.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. I think he was the first head coach to win a ring under a certain, like the youngest or something like that. I remember when it happened. It was like a big deal.
Packers v. Cowboys. I picked the Packers.
I picked the Packers.
I had to pick the Cowboys. Come on.
You don't have to.
Yes, I do.
I don't remember why.
Because one of my students plays for them.
Oh yeah.
All right. Yeah, we did.
That still doesn't matter. Like,
but I'm going to do that. I want to because I believe in him, even though he's on the IL.
Yeah, this game was a disaster. It was
so much so that you text me and said, I can't wait to talk about this on Wednesday.
They got curb stomped. I don't care if Dak put up a few touchdowns in garbage time. They got annihilated,
trounced
by the Packers.
I mean, we all said it. That's why we were not picking the Cowboys. They shit the bed in the play. Like, they just choke
Every time.
Yeah.
John, did you watch this game?
Oh yeah, man. It was great to be on social media and shit talk Cowboys fans too. They were terrible. Did he throw 1 or 2 pick sixes? I know he threw like 3 interceptions. 1 was a pick 6. I want to say 2 of them
He
though.
maybe threw 2, yeah.
One of my favorite little things to come about it was someone did the Homer into the hedges meme.
Oh, I like that.
Of
Yeah.
Cowboys fans, and it says Cowboys fans in the postseason. It sees him backing up in a Cowboys hat and shirt, and then he comes back with a Yankees hat and a Lakers jersey on.
Yeah. I also saw a meme that said every other NFL team comes together in a wonderful moment to show how much they hate the Cowboys, because it was just like so many memes of how much everybody hates the Cowboys.
Yeah, and also the Packers are a fun story. I mean, we're going to get to predictions later, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if we get a Lions-Packers NFC championship.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
I
It's
mean,
like the Lions just have to beat the Bucs and Baker Mayfield. And let me tell you, it would be the story of the century if the Packers finally beat the 49ers immediately after Aaron Rodgers leaves. Because that was his bugaboo. The 49ers always beat him in the playoffs.
Brady and the Giants.
Yeah.
and
yeah.
I mean, it's right now. I got FanDuel open just because when the games are this one-sided, to me, it's funner to just guess on the points. Like right now, they have the Packers as a 9.5-point dog, but to me, Jordan Love is a better quarterback than Purdy. So I don't understand why they have it 9.5. 9.5 points.
I don't know,
lot.
but don't gamble online. It's very dangerous.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just
Okay,
looking at
Dad.
the spread.
Dude, I know somebody whose husband lost $27,000 doing that.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Did
but I
he
mean,
have a gambling
because you're not-
problem though?
Yeah, because you're not looking at your money as you're gambling. It's all
Right.
digital, so you're not connecting it. So it's fucking dangerous.
I'm
Wait,
sure
real
some
quick.
people are able to do it without it.
Yeah, without mindlessly losing 27,000. Real quick though, what's the fun story about the Packers? You said that's like a fun story. Like,
I was
Just
saying
that
that
Aaron
if
Rodgers left?
Because Aaron Rodgers lost to the 49ers in the NFC Championship a bunch of times. And
that's
it would just
okay.
be funny if in his first year, his replacement is the one who finally beats the 49ers.
No, okay. I thought that was 2 separate thoughts. Like one.
no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Niners have been just quietly dominating.
Yeah, I
Until
think they're
they
gonna-
played the Ravens. And also,
I think Ravens Niners Super Bowl.
I don't.
I don't want it to be, but
What no one wants to talk about is the NFC is just a bunch of average teams beating the shit out of each other right now.
Average, or are we all just balanced? Like the Lions we got a crazy run
Average.
game. We got 2
Average.
We got
great
2 good
run game. That's
running
he's
backs.
right.
Yeah,
See
but
how
just
we
compared
controlled the red zone that entire second half. Now I will say our quarterback for who's out there, he is average, but the defense is nice. The O-line, I just think it's.
I have
guess-
a question for you, John. What NFC team do you think could beat either the Bills or the Chiefs right now?
NFC. I mean, I'm gonna say the Lions. I think we could beat anybody. The way
They,
We all
do
have
you want
heart.
that guy in a Lions hat?
Go
Yeah,
back to that little spark of heart. Remember what I was
Yeah,
talking about with the
Of
Expos?
course.
I mean,
It's
we
too
still
bad the
got
Lions. It's too bad the Lions didn't play like the Ravens this year or anything like that, so we could know.
Okay,
how.
but we played the Chiefs this year. What happened then?
Okay, but you also played the Ravens and lost by like 75 points.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson is on a crazy run though. If anybody's gonna, if the Lions can't do it, I would love to see Lamar Jackson win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Ravens are actually who I want to win the Super Bowl this year, just for Lamar Jackson's sake. He's such a good quarterback, and people give him such a hard time for not having won a Super Bowl. And like, just win one, please.
They need to give him the defense that they gave Joey Flacco's fucking overthrowing ass.
Well, that's the thing. The Ravens have an amazing defense this year also. So,
man, you ever think about that Ray Lewis defense?
Ugh, I do all the
I
time.
don't ever think about Ray Lewis.
I know.
I do all
But
the
like
time.
remembering that defense, and you're just like, it's hard to even imagine a defense like that again.
They knocked the Broncos out in the first round of the playoffs.
They were
because
unbelievable.
we took a knee when we had Peyton Manning like 30 seconds left, and John Fox was like, "We'll take a knee and go into the overtime." And of course, that defense, like, of course, in overtime we lost. I cried a lot that day.
Speaking of things that happened with not a lot of time left in the game, let's talk about Rams versus Lions. For one, Matt Stafford almost died at the end of that game. We all saw that, right? He should not have been back in that game. But it's a testament to who he is as a quarterback that he did come back in that game and threw what should have been a pass for a first down to Puka Nacua. But there was an obvious pass interference that did not get called on that last play of the game. So, yeah, the Lions won. But
yeah, I mean, that's the NFL, though. Every game, it's like you can point out at least 3 or 4 plays that should have been penalties or things they missed.
Or shouldn't have been.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's been 30 years. Can something fall our way? It's been 30 years.
I told you a couple weeks ago, I think that the NFL gods or the powers that be are like, we want the Detroit Lions to win. I told you, I think that they moved on from Mahomes and they're like, we're gonna give it to the Detroit Lions.
I mean, we clearly sacrificed the Pistons. They won like 3 games. So
did they finally win a game?
Yeah, they won another one the other day. That's like the joke among Detroit sports fans that we sacrificed the Pistons because they're like 4-30 or something crazy. They won.
You
like
guys gotta get
game,
5 more
streak.
brawlers out on the court.
Yeah, you need to get back to the bad.
You know, I was thinking, speaking of which, this is sports, and I was talking like whenever people always talked about like, ooh, you know, LeBron is better, Jordan is better, and everything like that. Could you imagine teams consistently getting 130 and 140 point games in the 80s and 90s?
No, it wouldn't happen.
No, because they were too busy fucking having Bill Laimbeer hit him with a car before the game.
You're too busy breaking your collarbone on a routine layup.
Yeah. Having Kurt Rambis get clotheslined by 6 Celtics and the coach.
John, how did you feel about Lions fans booing Matt Stafford?
Okay, we didn't boo Matt Stafford. We booed the team. But for one, I wish Matt Stafford would have had a chance to come back to Ford Field because we love that guy. Like, he's one of the toughest quarterbacks, but for that one day, he was the ops. I'm sorry. What do y'all want us to do? Cheer?
No,
it's a playoff
you don't
game
have to boo
in Detroit.
I would cheer. I would.
Also, you guys like let him go after giving him one good player to play with his entire time there.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't understand. It's a playoff game, so if they would have brought him out after the game and let him give a little speech, I think people would have cheered for him or something. Or they should have said after the game. I don't know.
You sound like a Philly fan when they're trying to defend the fans throwing stuff at Santa. Yeah.
Okay.
Snowballs at Santa. Every time you bring up to a Philly fan, they're like, well.
We didn't physically assault Matt Stafford. We yelled some mean things to him. It was a playoff game. You know, we got to keep that energy the whole game, and it worked, you know?
The booing energy, that is a Detroit thing. You guys are really good at keeping that energy your whole
actually made me swap and root for the Rams. I was rooting for the Lions. I'm back rooting for the Lions. But the booing, I was like, oh, that's kind of icky.
What did people expect us to do? Cheer?
Yeah.
You don't have to. Okay, there are other options.
Or there's a whole middle ground.
What binary
what
are you
is the middle
living
ground
in?
of the sporting event? Be quiet.
We have only 2 reactions: to boo or to cheer.
Or, yeah, it's a guy that played on your team and you guys loved him for the time he was there. You just polite clap or welcome him home.
When Ray Bork won the Stanley Cup with the Avalanche, the Celtics were, I mean, the Bruins fans were just like, fuck yes. Like, we celebrated for him. When
Von Miller won with the LA Rams, we all were like, yeah, we love Von Miller. Like,
did he come back
to championship before that?
He's retiring as a Bronco, Adam. So yes, he did.
He's retiring as an MVP of a Super Bowl, Adam.
Yeah.
Denver
Sure
Broncos.
is.
He's already said he's going to retire as a Bronco.
So yeah, Rams Lions. That was probably the best game of the week
Yeah, but I
Somebody
was
said they
bummed
were
how
yelling Blue Irons.
in terms of like competitiveness.
a good game. Yeah.
Because the last game of the weekend, Eagles versus Bucs. What happened to the Eagles? Damn,
That was a crime.
they were
fell
10
apart the
and
last 6 games.
That was a
Yeah.
that was a rout.
They've
Yeah,
been playing bad though the last few weeks, haven't they? They've been losing the last few weeks.
Well,
Like,
that's what I mean. They were 10-1 at one point and then just
Yeah.
collapsed.
did
Damn.
anything
all
happen?
the
Like an
hard work
injury or someone?
That's the thing. There were a bunch of analysts who were like, something happened in that locker room. Like there's no other way to explain it. Like that team just like, it seems like they don't even like each other anymore. It's crazy.
And that, or maybe defensive coordinators just figured out their offensive scheme. They were like, if we can stop them from being able to tush push, stop everything else.
Yeah.
Or
And the
that
thing is-
more logical answer.
The only team to stop that this year, Tampa Bay Bucs, did it twice.
They beat the Eagles twice.
No, they were the only team to stop.
Stop.
push. The
Oh.
Eagles were something like 18 of 20 on that play for the season. It was like really was unstoppable. Except
Wow.
How do y'all feel about them banning it next season? It's a lot of talks that they're going to ban it.
why? Like the Eagles got bounced in the first round of the playoffs. What's it really
It's
doing?
not like, yeah.
Yeah, they went like what 11-6. Let them keep doing it.
You
Other
went
teams-
11-6.
Yeah,
I understand the argument that it's not good for, you know what I'm saying? It's not good entertainment. At the end of the day, sports is supposed to be entertainment. So I
People
don't
aren't-
know.
People aren't tuning out of the game because that play
Right.
happened.
yeah.
Nobody's like, I can't believe they would do this. This is so non-entertaining.
And like,
I mean-
if you want to do it yourself as a team, just draft a quarterback who can squat 650 pounds, like Jalen Hurts. Has anyone seen those videos?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Jalen Hurts.
You haven't heard about that? It's all anybody talks about. When you mention Jalen Hurts.
650 pounds.
Something
No,
like that.
600.
He
That's his
squats.
max. Something crazy.
He squats an amount that like competitive weightlifters, like only something like 4% of them have ever hit it in competition. Like
Wow.
Jalen Hurts' lower body is
Hurts.
a specimen. Like he could
The rest
kill
of him is
a whole
shit,
group.
right, Adam? Is that what you're saying?
What?
I said the rest of him is shit.
I mean, kinda. It seems like it.
That's not enough to get him to the next round of the playoffs. That's for sure.
All right.
I was Googling Jalen Hurts in 600 pounds in the squat. Wow. He's
Yeah.
got some legs.
He
And he
should-
knows how to use them.
I was going to say that, but then I was like, you don't have to do it.
You're like,
Somebody
that's
else
hacky.
will.
And then I'm like, oh, is it?
Hold my beer.
All right. Let's make some predictions for this weekend. You ready?
I'm going to try not to vote with my heart, but no promises.
Texans at Ravens.
Ravens.
This is one where I want to pick with my heart and say Texans
Texans.
because I love the CJ Stroud story, but Ravens at home. Oof.
I do. I remember when we lost to the Texans, I did like the quarterback story, and his dad was like there. It was like a whole. Or did we beat the Texans this year? I think we were one of the ones that beat them. It doesn't matter, but I do like that story.
So you got Ravens?
I don't know. Let me think about it. You two,
I'm going
you guys
Ravens.
go first.
I'll
I
take
think it'll be
Texans.
close though.
I'll
Okay.
take Houston only because there's a lot of momentum coming off of this team. And I know like bye weeks are half and half. They're like good, but also like I feel like I like the momentum of a non-bye week.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of a bye week is good, but the rust of a bye week, I mean, too much rust. They're not taking a week off.
Yeah.
Still, I don't know. I like it. I like that we have two like young, hungry quarterbacks.
I mean,
in
very
this-
degrees.
in the divisional rounds. Yeah.
John, who do you got?
Ravens. I think it'd be close though. I think it probably come down to it. They got it not being very close. I like CJ Stroud though. I like both of these quarterbacks. I just think Ravens are going to win it. I think the Ravens are making the Super Bowl run though. So
I think it's going to be the Ravens.
The thing that gives the Ravens the edge over the Texans is coaching. Like John Harbaugh is no joke as a coach. And
how long has he been there?
Long time. I don't know. But DeMeco Ryans, he's a rookie head coach. He's having a great season. CJ Stroud, he's a rookie quarterback. He's having a great season. But
oh yeah, shit. I forgot about that. He's a rookie head coach. Yeah, people thought they thought that was one of them, setup jobs.
Oh, like one of the NFL scripted kind of things.
Oh no, it's the thing they do is I don't think people expected CJ Stroud to be that good. So a lot of times when they be like, all right, well, Rooney rule, we got to hire a black coach. They put a black coach somewhere the first couple of years where they bad. Then once the team starts getting good, they fire him and bring a white guy in. And people were like, holy shit, they did this run. So people thought that was a setup job because the NFL is the NFL.
Yeah, me and Jeff talked about that in regards to the Gerard Mayo hiring in New England. Like on the surface, it seems really cool that they brought in a black assistant coach to take over Bill Belichick, but it's the exact same thing John just mentioned. He is taking over a rebuild, and that's probably not going to go that well for a couple of years, which will give the Patriots all the firepower they need to fire Gerard Mayo in a couple of years.
Literal firepower. Yeah. I would like to add, though,
around and replace him with like Mike Vrabel.
But before we jump to this conclusion, I think it's very important to know that as far as NFL owners go, Robert Kraft is very loyal, and he has a very good relationship with Mayo. Like they have a good relationship, and they have for a very long time. I'm not sure that they would follow the like hurry up and pull the plug style that we've seen in the past. I don't think Robert Kraft would be like that.
They pulled it on Bill Belichick, essentially. Like,
I mean, they pulled it on
him like 2 years after Brady left, and now they're like, go to fucking Hotlanta, asshole.
I think it was just he's pulling in a lot of money and not getting any results. And we had a long time. Is it Belichick or is it Brady? And we kind of got the answer that it's either the combination of both or it's Brady.
Also, they gave Bill Belichick too much. He's famously a terrible GM, and you see what he did. I know he was a coach. I don't know how many years he was a GM, but they suck at drafting.
Yeah, they sure do.
Yeah. So like maybe and also they had plenty of time. It's not like you're saying they pulled the plug on him after 2 years. It's like,
yeah,
no, on 23 years.
I think you might be putting Robert Kraft on a little bit of a pedestal. He'll fire Gerard Mayo. Like
Robert
if they
Kraft's a billionaire, so I don't like him.
If they go like they haven't won in a few years, if Gerard Mayo doesn't win out of the gate, you're talking like 5-6 straight years of the Patriots not losing. They'll fire him. They'll absolutely fire
him. I mean, 5-6 years, that's a decent run. But I was thinking like with the Texans thing, I was thinking it was going to be like a 3-year thing, and once they get all the draft picks, fire him. But in their defense, I know y'all been busy. The Patriots did they did their press conference or whatever with the new coach, and people were wondering how racist Boston is going to get because they asked Gerard Mayo. They asked him some goofy ass question talking about color blindness or some shit. He's like, well, yeah, I see color. If you don't see color, you can't see racism.
Yeah, Jamel Hill quote tweeted that because that showed up in like my push notifications.
Yeah,
it was like, it's important to talk about this. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm not like those people from exactly where I'm from, but yeah, it can get rough.
Oh, speaking of questions from reporters, I forgot to put it in the notes, but someone asked Todd Bowles.
I know what you're about to say.
And I sent this to Jeff too. Why did it have to be a woman reporter? God damn it. She was like, so you're playing in Detroit this week. You're from Tampa. Right now it's 13 degrees in Detroit. Are you prepping to play in that cold weather? And he was like, they play in a dome, right? Like there's
Oh man,
we're going to be indoors. We have no plans to prep for the
I
cold.
do wish that wasn't a woman.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was a bummer. That was a bummer.
Because if a dude said it, no one would be like, yeah, you shouldn't let men report football. But since a woman said it now, people are going to probably.
Exactly. So everyone but Jeff is taking the Ravens. Am I right? We got
I'm
that.
taking the Ravens.
Packers at 49ers. I am taking the Packers all day. I think they are just the better team.
I'm taking the Packers for the same reason I took the Texans.
Heart.
Because
you
like
have a student?
crowd, Jeff.
It'd be a hell of a setup.
Yeah, I
I'm taking
don't
the
think we
Packers,
remember.
too.
Wait.
Why did
I'm
you
going-
take?
You know what? You know what? I don't think we need me to eat up any more time of this. I'm picking the Packers.
Wait,
Yeah,
But
we should do some of these quick. Kim, who do you got?
real quick. I just wanted to say, though, I know I'm going to be real quick, but I just don't roll your eyes. I understand that the Texans barely beat the Broncos. I just want everyone to know that I know we lost to the Texans because I know I'm a woman. So people,
Do you
I
like
made
the
a
Denver
mistake.
Broncos football team?
Yeah.
I understand the Denver Broncos. Okay. Yeah, I take the Niners. I think the Niners are a better team.
John, who do
I'm
you
going
got?
Packers. I think they had a better quarterback.
A Lions fan picking the Packers. That's how you know it's.
I know
Ugh.
it feels
I mean,
disgusting, but I just thought they had a better quarterback.
Alliance Packers NFC Championship would be very
Fun.
satisfying. Yeah.
Very fun.
Speaking of that, playing out in the harsh elements of Detroit, Bucs at Lions. Here's the thing. These are two really good stories. Baker Mayfield, as much as it seems like it should be Joe Flacco, Baker Mayfield is your comeback player of the year. Like he was on Carolina's practice squad on defense last year. He
What the
wasn't.
hell is? I'm not gonna get distracted. What the hell is wrong with Carolina? Seriously.
Yeah, their GM, they are
Yeah,
a bad organization. They make bad decisions because Baker Mayfield, like you at least keep him and let Bryce Young like learn from him because he's still a veteran. But like the Rams signed him for one game, the Panthers signed him, barely gave him a chance, and now he comes to Tampa Bay, wins the division, and wins a playoff game following Tom Brady.
He has like Jeff Garcia energy. Like, remember Jeff Garcia was just like a journeyman quarterback when he's like, anybody need a backup? I'll be your backup.
And yeah, but Baker Mayfield, he's playing like he's balling right now. But I don't think they're going to beat the Lions. I want them to, but I don't think they're going to.
I think that dome is going to be the most deafening place in the country.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dome is going to be crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Ford
going
Field.
Detroit on this. Yeah.
Lions easily.
I'm going Lions. My heart is saying Lions.
Oh, okay. Then for the sake of the Lions, I'm going Bucs. Because I don't know if you've seen that thing recently. NFL game day, every time everyone picks the same team,
Yeah.
loses. Every time.
Every
It's
time.
important
Yeah.
to
It's happened to the
For
Broncos
sake
many a
of the
time.
Lions, I'll go Bucs. Just so
My
we're not-
best friend's a Lions fan, and she just won a bet because they won this
Oh,
last
shit.
game.
Did I
She got a
get
new
kicked off?
shirt. Huh? Oh, she won a shirt, and then the next one she just keeps making bets with her husband, and I just like seeing her happy. Oh, where'd John go?
Oh, John might have dropped off.
We
see
kicked
if
him out.
he's on.
We let him do his lion stuff, and then we said, "You're done.
No more. Yeah,
Get
hopefully
outta
he's
here.
back on soon.
You got what you got."
So go Lions
There we go.
for heart, and also there's two.
Oh, there's two
Yeah,
Johns.
let's remove
How is that possible? Oh,
There
Now
we go.
there's just
Not
one
possible.
John.
yeah, it just froze. I didn't know what happened. I just restarted.
No
Get your
problem.
quantum shit together.
Welcome back. We
All
just
right.
we stalled, so you missed nothing.
Last pick: Chiefs at Bills.
Go
Bills.
Bills.
It's the Bills.
Fuck the
And the-
Chiefs.
I need Josh.
like, you're going in Buffalo. They're on a 6-0 streak right now.
Yeah.
And Josh Allen, like that I know Mahomes is amazing. Josh Allen's performance in that last game was unhinged. That rushing touchdown he got,
Yeah,
Like
he had
35 yards.
a cool play. They were playing the Steelers. I would temper that excitement a little bit.
I mean, Bills playing in Buffalo is a good sign. Like they do well. The Chiefs have never under Mahomes, has never played a playoff game outside of Kansas City that wasn't or neutral ground, right?
Oh, I didn't know.
I mean, that doesn't.
That's an annoying stat.
No, but it is a part of it. Like,
Yeah.
you're playing deep
Bronco
into
fan.
the winter. You're playing in Buffalo. Bills Mafia's there, and Josh Allen.
Time out on the playing deep into the winter. You get that Kansas City just played a game in -30 wind chill.
Yes,
the weather's not going to impact the Chiefs.
Fair.
Yeah.
Unless it just impacted Miami more.
Miami just wasn't that good. Like
they were injured too.
Injured. Like they just weren't that good.
I genuinely think it's going to be the Bills.
Yeah. Josh Allen needs to conquer this mountain. I really want him. Plus, I need somebody to knock out Jordan. So, that's what I call him, Michael Jordan, because he's the fucking GOAT right now. But I need him to lose so he can't make it to the playoffs. I mean,
can you be a GOAT right now?
Mahomes is the GOAT?
Mahomes?
No,
Yeah.
I just mean about. Doesn't
that
GOAT
makes me angry.
GOAT means all time.
Oh no, I'm exaggerating a little bit. I mean, like in the league, to me, he's the best quarterback in the NFL playing right now.
He's definitely one of the best quarterbacks in NFL history from a skill standpoint.
Absolutely.
He has,
so hard for me.
Like, he's definitely surpassed Aaron Rodgers, bitch ass.
Oh God, I fucking hate Aaron. Man, you could do a whole episode on him. I fucking hate Aaron Rodgers.
We're all there with that one.
We all do not like Aaron Rodgers.
Adam,
all right, so I'm the only one taking the Chiefs. I like it. It.
My heart and my head go with the Bills this time. So it's both that are.
Yeah, and the other thing you got to take into account, the Bills, until proven otherwise, are still the Bills. And the same old Bills aren't the same as the same old Lions. The same old Bills will get to the NFC Championship or the AFC Championship and blow it. The same old Bills will go to the Super Bowl 4 years in a row and blow it every single year.
Or bitch about the overtime rules and lose the next year after they get changed.
Yep. Oh, the overtime rules are why we lost. No, your defense is why you lost, kids.
I remember you and Chet argued over that for like an hour. He was trying to complain. He was trying to blame the overtime rules.
And then the rules got changed and they still fucking lost.
Yeah. Oh, well. Good for
All
them.
right.
Let's end on a high note, Adam.
Well,
that was your wrap up, Jeff? Yep. All right. My back hurts.
Upbeat stuff. Here's the thing. Bulls fans are a problem. I hate this so much. Jerry Krause got inducted into the Chicago Bulls Ring of Honor, and he's dead. Like, he died a few years ago.
Killed by Scottie Pippen.
So his widow
great.
Was there to accept this honor for him. His widow, who is in her 90s, just a sweet old, I believe, wheelchair-bound lady. And because we all watched The Last Dance during COVID and got in our feelings about Jerry Krause breaking up that Bulls team, Bulls fans booed when he got inducted into the Ring of Honor and essentially booed his widow, who started sobbing on the court. And here's the thing. Kendrick Perkins brought this up. It's a great point. How many championships have we won since he left? None. What are we booing about? Because here's the thing. I was happy that Bulls team ended when they did. I watched every game that Bulls team played, and the league was figuring that offense out. I was surprised that they won that last championship that they won, and I don't think they would have won it the next year. He did the right thing breaking that team up. And if you're a Bulls fan who thinks otherwise, it's because you're not good at understanding sports. Like, there was no reason to try and keep that team
Bulls
together.
fans are mad that the team is not immortal and forever the same.
Yeah.
The same exact team that it's always been. Like, they can't hit. I will say this. I'm actually going to I don't normally give New England Patriots fans credit for anything because we're generally garbage. But the fact that they kind of accepted Tom Brady moving on and we're just like, you know what? We're good for a while. That's a surprisingly surprisingly mature thing for New England fans to do. And like, how can you still be angry about this? Like Scottie Pippen wanted all this money. Like the money got uncontrollable at that point in time.
And also exactly what you said. We won 6 championships
in what, 12 years?
Be happy. Like it was in the span of like 9 years. We won 6 out of 9. Nice.
Like,
what's there to be mad about? The Bulls don't owe me anything else in life. Like I'm ready to move on and find a new team after this. Probably like the Sparks, maybe the LA Sparks. Maybe I'll be a Sparks.
Dominate the Bulls. It's a different game now.
Yeah.
The 90s Bulls wouldn't be able to keep up with today's game.
Yeah. Could the 90s Bulls beat today's Las Vegas Aces? It's a question. John, what were you going to say?
I was like, also, it was like 28 years ago. Half the people there were either children or not even born.
Yeah. It's all because of the last
Jordan propaganda.
Did they talk to anyone who booed? Like afterwards, like any news, be like, why'd you boo? Like
in the interview, hey, excuse me, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, why'd you boo? The guy's dead. We inducted him in the Hall of Fame. His 90-year-old widow's there. What went through your head? I'm just curious. Like,
yeah, it was disappointing.
Yeah, did one guy start the slow boo and then everyone joined in like a slow clap? You know what I mean? Like, was it one ringleader? Just so weird.
Which is worse, booing a millionaire quarterback that moved town or a 90-year-old widow? I bet we win that one.
Oh, you still like an Eagle fan defending, throwing snowballs at Santa.
Y'all assaulted one of the greatest men of all time. He delivers children. He delivers toys to children. We booed someone that we played in the playoffs. And
Santa's not real.
Widow.
That's all the more reason to not hurl snowballs and batteries at Santa.
Exactly.
Real.
That's just way worse.
That's just like a low-wage worker on that field.
He's just doing his best. Probably trying to move out of his mom's basement. This was the gig.
Even like a dude from the stands that they pulled in?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure it was actually a guy from the stands.
So is it one of their own?
Yeah.
That's great. Philadelphia,
you're a city I love, filled with awful, awful people that I also love.
Yeah. I only know one Philadelphia fan, and he's a right-wing piece of trash.
Oh.
So I think that is our episode, right? We did it.
That's a stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for watching.
Hey, John, thanks for joining us as a guest. Tell people where they can find you on YouTube. You got to spell it. It's spelled weird.
Yes, Jawn Louis. Like the Philly John. If you black, you already know what that is. JAWN Louis, like Louis Vuitton.
Do we?
Yeah, it's a Philly word. Every so often, I get somebody in the comments. Yo, you from Philly? I'm like, no, it just sound good.
It means throw batteries at a mascot.
Yeah. Means boo Destiny's Child at the All-Star game.
I also like they said Louis like Louis Vuitton. I liked the whole how you spelled your name for everyone. I really enjoyed that.
Like Jawn Louis, like your little Frenchman.
So that's our episode. Real quick, what do we have? What's something we want to plug before we get out of here? I got adamtoddbrown.substack.com.
I've got Crawlspace, KRALSPACE, my podcast, Crawlspace.
Jeff.
I've got Jeff Has Cool Friends, and I Must Break You on this YouTube.
No, you don't.
Right there.
That's
hey there, Jeffro.
No.
And I got a new series. New series of videos I'm launching on my YouTube channel. So You Decided. The newest one is So You Decided to Exploit Poor People. It's basically like a fake instructional video, and I just use that to talk about how the country exploits poor people. Yeah, spoilers for a video.
All right. And I think that's it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. We appreciate it.
Guys.
Bye.
We're leaving now. Bye.